So I'm now making a start on my Rin cosplay, and of course the first thing I've got to do is cut out the pattern. I thought I'd seen some big patterns in my time, but this one is so huge. I know I said in my introductory video for this cosplay that I was going to be doing the dress pattern from scratch and making that myself, because I didn't basically need most of this apart from the tie and the collar, but I realised that was probably a bit daft, and I have no patience and I am not very good at making my own patterns. I've done it for like skirts and stuff, which is fine, but for a whole dress it's probably not the best way to go. So I have ordered another pattern which will hopefully be with me in the next couple of days. So for now I'm just going to cut out the pieces I need from this one, and then it's just going to be a case of trying to match up the patterns together, particularly the collar with the top of the dress, just to see if that's going to work, but hopefully it will. Hopefully it won't be too complicated, and it will just be a case of just doing some alterations and getting on with it. So for now I'm just going to sit and chill. It's Sunday evening, I'm really tired already, and it's dark and it's horrible and raining outside, so yeah, I'm just going to sit and get cozy and do some pattern cutting, and yeah, move on to more pattern cutting later, so see you then. We've had some more arrivals! Ah, look at my shit! Look how gorgeous these shoes are! Like, I cannot actually get over how pretty they are. And I also discovered I actually already have the right socks, so I'm just going to try the shoes on with the socks and see how it looks. Look at my shoes! They're just that pretty! Oh my god, and look what else I'm wearing too. Ah! I've also put the wig on. The fringe, as you can see, is too long, but thankfully, unlike 6, I can actually cut the fringe on this one and make it a bit shorter. I want to shape it a bit better, but the wig is really, really nice. It feels lovely. It feels nice and thick. So yeah, wig is here, which is great. Shoes are here, which is amazing. And yeah, and my other pattern is here too, as I was tried to show you earlier and then I got overexcited about shoes. I have also got this pattern which should, it says it's easy, so hopefully it will actually be easy. I've obviously got to do some alterations, but yeah, apart from that, that's pretty much everything arrived now, so I can really crack on, which is exciting! Yay! I'm styling Rin's wig and it's making me really nervous. I've got to cut it and I don't want to because I tried it on and I love it the way it is, and I would actually just wear it as it is like every day if I could, because it's perfect, and it's now making me want to dye my hair pink. So yeah, I'm gonna just bite the bullet, pick up my scissors and get on with it and see how it looks. Oh, so wig styling is turning out to be a lot more fiddly than I expected. I've actually ended up, because I tried this on and it was really, really short on me, which it is supposed to be, but I also found that it was actually too thin at the bottom, so I came up with the ingenious idea to use the hair that I'd cut off to actually make the bottom thicker. So I'm just going around this now and basically adding bits of hair and like hot glue gunning them on. I'm not sure how well that will work, and obviously it's not going to stay like that forever. It's kind of more of a temporary fix, but I'm hoping it will work, so we'll see what it turns out like. It's mock-up time! As you can see, I've done some pattern altering, although part of this mock-up is actually to see how I need to alter it further, because the way that the back piece in particular works, it's not actually going to match up to the front, which I've cut out here in my lovely, not actually mock-up fabric, but was the only fabric I had. So yeah, just gonna keep cutting out all the pieces, stitch them all together and see what we get. We have the makings of a dress. I managed to figure out the pattern for the back, like, spot on, so I'm really, really happy. There are 2 current issues with this. One, that it is far too long. The other problem I have is that it's just not flaring enough, so I'm also going to have to alter the pattern in terms of flaring it, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go about doing that, or how easy that's going to be. I'm going to figure out how to sort that, but the first thing I must do is see about doing the collar, so I'm going to do that now and see how that turns out. Right, so I've managed to alter the pattern for Rin. It took me quite a while to work out what I needed to do, but I've basically just added on a bit of extra to make it a bit wider so that the pleats will be kind of bigger, and I've just made it a bit shorter. So I'm just going to do another mock-up and see how it looks. Right guys, so after 3 whole attempts at Rin's dress, the mock-up of Rin's dress, I have finally got the shape right. So the first one, obviously, as you saw, was too long and wasn't flared enough. The second attempt I made was definitely flared enough, but it was really baggy at the top, so I just went with my instinct, which was to cut the pattern my way, as I always do from the bottom, rather than using the folding lines to make it shorter. And I've now got a really lovely fit on the dress, and the pleating, the flare of the dress is spot on now, so I'm really chuffed. The great news is that I've actually not got a zip in this. I literally just put it on over my head, so I'm not sure how well that will work with the actual thing, because that one will have a lining. So I don't know how easy that will be to pull over my head, and also I haven't put the collar in yet, so that might make things more tricky as well, but we shall soon find out. I'm going to do a mock-up collar on here now, and I'm going to test pulling it off over my head and see if it works okay, but for now I'm really pleased with how things are going. Fits really nicely, and I'm actually going to use this dress pattern to make a dress just to wear every day as well, because it's so nice. So yeah, so I suppose I'd better get on with it. Hey, so I'm currently just trying to do the wings on the back of Rin's collar. I'm just tracing, I'm basically just copying it off the screen there, and I tried copying it off my phone as well, so I'm just copying it as best as I physically can. I have done the collar. I will show you guys in a bit. In fact, I will show you now. Okay, so here's the collar at the moment. I've tried it on and it looks really nice. I'm kind of sad that I've kind of ruined this dress, because it was actually turning out to be quite a nice dress on its own. It's just a case of figuring out how it goes in. I tried reading the instructions and I got kind of nervous and just kind of bailed on it, so it's kind of just stuck in for now, but yes, so at the moment I'm working out the wings, and we will just keep going and see where it goes from there. I'm now onto the real thing. I am starting Rin. Here are all the pieces cut out so far. I've been super careful this time, because usually I rush this. This has taken me several hours just to cut out like 8 pieces of fabric, but I just wanted to make sure that I got this absolutely right, and there's still going to be mistakes because it's me, but I don't mind, because at least I know I've been careful. Okay guys, so I epically failed and actually tried this on and didn't film myself whilst I was wearing it, but this is the dress so far, inside out. So there are the mock-ups there. This is the real thing. It is on the outside looking really nice. Hang on, if I pause for one moment, I will show you what it actually looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like on the outside. I cannot tell you guys how pleased I am with it. I spent so long, so carefully cutting these pieces out. There is a slight mismatch here on the armholes, but I'm really hoping that that's not gonna mess things up too much, and in my case it normally does. But here's the back. As you can see, no zip required. So happy about that, because I cannot stand putting in zips, and I'll use that zip. I bought something else anyway. And here is the bow, so if I just untie it for you, so you can see, oh, there we go. There you go, so you can see where it's been stitched in here, and it's kind of creased now where I've tied it, but that's the bow, and it forms a really pretty bow at the back. Unfortunately, this is the kind of fabric that if you put the iron on it for too long, it goes shiny, so I am going to have to be careful, but that is basically it for the main body of the dress, which is fantastic. I am now moving on to the lining. I've cut out all the pieces and I'm just pinning them all together, and the other thing I have started on is the wings for the back on the collar. I've actually cut the collar pieces out, they're over there somewhere. Please
please excuse the mess of this room. The textiles gets messy. But yes, this is the wing. As you can see, I've attempted to applique on not very well. You can see that the line where I've actually drawn where the swirly bit is supposed to go, and all down here. It's not the neatest of stitching, but this is just a practice one, and I'm probably going to be doing several more before I do the real thing. So yes, that is essentially where I'm at, guys. Now I'm just gonna carry on. Sorry, it's really fuzzy again, but I'm gonna carry on with all of this. This pinning took me forever, just because, oh gosh, it's, as you can see, pins are starting to fall out just by themselves because this lining fabric is so slippery. So I'm gonna get straight onto that, and hopefully in the next couple of hours we'll have a lining to attach to the main dress. Look at all those dresses, it's ridiculous. So the good part about doing applique is that sometimes actually it looks pretty good. The difficult part about applique is that you end up running out of thread very, very quickly, so you have to end up going and buying some more. I also bought some more ribbon because I wasn't entirely sure whether the ribbon I got was the right thing. This matches the dress better and is a little thinner, but it looks pretty nice so far. So yeah, I'm gonna keep pinning that and stitch it on, and then it will be a case of doing the appliquing. Just doing the little buttons for the back of the dress. These are really, really cute. It's a really cool little thing actually. It's like these self-cover buttons, which I've not used before. I probably could have used those for 6 actually. That would have been really helpful if I'd known that they existed. But yeah, so just covering the little buttons, and then I'm going to stitch them on. I've still got to do the wings. I have left it for now because it's dark and I'm very tired, and I certainly don't want to be stitching them on when I'm not feeling 100%, so I will probably have to wait for the daylight of the weekend to do that. So for now I'm just going to stick to the little jobs, in this case the buttons, and then see if there's anything else I can do in the meantime. Okay guys, so I've appliqued the inner parts, the inner details of the wings. I am now about to applique onto the collar. I am absolutely terrified. I have no idea how this is going to go. Actually, I know how it's going to go. It's going to go very well, and it's going to work, and it's going to look fabulous. She says, she hopes, she prays. Wish me luck, guys. So I'm making Rin's tie this morning. I found this tie pattern actually ages ago when I wanted to make my dad a tie at Christmas. So I found this one ages ago. It's free, which is fantastic, on sweetshopsewing.com. So yeah, I've used it before and it's fantastic, and I'm now going to use it for Rin. So yeah, should hopefully be relatively simple. Just going to cut this out, stitch it together and see what we get. Okay guys, so we have a tie, which is awesome, but we also have a full dress! I wasn't going to show you it until I wore it, but I'm so excited that I just really wanted to show you. So yes, the dress is done. I spent basically 2 whole movies plus a bit of another movie in time stitching the hem by hand. Collar's on, and on the back, oh, there's the wings. The wings are done, and these are the buttons that I was covering the other day. I have stitched all of those on, and they actually look really, really nice. They really add something to the dress. And then this is the bow, as you've seen before, and I do kind of need to tie it up. But yeah, that is the dress as a whole, which I'm really, really proud of. As you can see, there is none of the lace that I bought coming out of the bottom, and that's because I realised actually what is under the dress is kind of, in some images of Rin, is a petticoat with frills at the bottom. So I've purchased this nice big bit of fabric to make an underskirt for the dress, and then have a trim of some ruched white underneath, and that will be the dress finish. Guys, it's so long. That's like 3 full lengths that I've stitched together to go on that, and yeah, I'm having flashbacks to polka. Oh well, let's keep going. Rin's petticoat is done. Boom.
I'm now just working on the bows to go on the shoes. I still can't get over how gorgeous these shoes are. So yeah, what I've done is, that's my pattern. What I'm doing is I've made these strips, sort of fold them in half. I can't really, hang on, I'll put the camera down and I'll show you. So yeah, you basically got the strips like that, put it like so, and then I'll put another strip a little bit like this one around the middle, so it makes a little bow shape. This is my bangle. It's not made how I was expecting it to be made, because my lovely boyfriend decided to give it a go himself, and he came up with the fabulous idea, I'll put a little picture up, of using foam. So he's made this out of foam, and what I then did was I realised that in my very messy craft box over there I had some silver tissue paper, which I wrapped around. You can see where, it's been wrapped around and it's a little crumply. I tried to make it as smooth as possible, but you never can tell with tissue paper. So yes, that's that, and I've painted over it in silver as well, just to give it that bit of a boost and try and get rid of the lines where it's all, you know, the paper's wrapped around itself. And so now I'm just using some PVA glue to go over the top just to make it secure, and that's the bangle done, and then that is my cosplay finished just in time for MCM tomorrow. Hey guys, what's up? Rin's done! Rin's finished! And oh my goodness, I think this might be one of my proudest cosplays to date. I'm actually so happy with how this has turned out. Yes, this is it. This is Rin. Shoes look great, socks are cool. I'm so proud of the dress. The underskirt's not fantastic, but it's just, you know, poking through and looking a little bit frilly and pretty, and the tie is smart, and the collar looks okay, and look at the back. I don't know if I'm showing you guys correctly, but that's the back. And the wings are there, and the wig is on, and I love the wig so much, and I've got the bangle all done. So yes, this is Rin, and I'm really happy. So there's only one downside to this. Yeah, look at that snow. Don't know how we're gonna get to Birmingham today. We should hopefully get there. If not, doesn't matter. Rin is done, and I'm really proud of her, and I will be able to take her to a con another time. If not, my next video will be of me going around Birmingham MCM, hopefully, if I actually remember to film anything. I usually forget. But yes, so this is it, and I'm going on a real babble because I'm really excited and I'm really pleased, and considering, you know, there were things that did go wrong with it, they weren't massive things, which means I'm learning, which is fantastic. I'm growing as a cosplayer, which is so wonderful. So I'm just really excited. I'm gonna go now. I should probably be leaving for MCM soon. I'm really hoping that the weather's not going to stop us getting there safely. But yeah. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and hopefully I will see you very soon in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.